Have you been thinking about migrating out of your home country and you're not a nurse or a doctor? Well, I've got great news for you today. There is an option you can consider moving to the UK that gives certificate of sponsorship. You can migrate with your family as well. So if this is something you want to know more about, I would encourage you to stay to the end of this video, and I'm sure you will get value from this content. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Mercy. I am a nurse. I am currently practicing in the UK, and on this channel we talk about nursing, migration, updates in the UK, lifestyle vlogs, and I hope this is something you will find valuable enough to stick around. Smash the subscribe button, like the content on this channel, share it to friends and family, and turn on your post notification bell so that by the time I put out a new content, you'll be the first to be notified. And I want to say thank you so much to my returning subscribers. You guys are amazing. Thank you for coming back. Let's get right into the video. The job I'm going to be talking about in today's video is called a bed coordinator job role. Now, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what these people do. This is not clinical, so you do not have to do anything that involves directly coming in contact with patients or their relatives. All you have to do is non-clinical, okay? You don't have to be cleaning the bums of anybody. You do not have to do anything in that line. So, a bed coordinator is someone who is in charge of allocating beds to people who come into the hospital and require admission. So they are in charge of allocating people to where they would stay on admission and discharge and things like that, who is going to take over the bed from the person that has been discharged from the hospital, ensuring that patient come into the ED, that's emergency department, get a bed allocated to them, and just things like that, smooth running of it. If not, there's going to be chaos. You have a lot of people in the ED. So this is where these people come in place and they help. Now, this is something that do not require a lot of documents when you are applying for the job. It is quite easy. We will have a look together. I will be showing you some examples and what you need to do. So what you would need to do is go on Google and type NHS jobs. It will show you a page like this, and then click on the search box where you would see the what's and the where. All right, in the what's box, type bed coordinator with visa sponsorship, so that it would give you all the available options. In the where, I would encourage you to leave it blank, because you do not want to be specific, limiting your options. You would want to be wild, so you have a lot of options. And then once you have done that, click on the search, so you would have all of the options noted out for you. So now we've got quite a number of vacancies with this bed coordinator role. Sometimes you could have it as a bed flow coordinator, you could have it as a bed manager, you could have it as bed coordinator, clinical bed manager. There are a lot of things. It could also be inpatient flow. So this is something you should be on the lookout for. Now let's go on this first option and see. Now, as a bed coordinator, it could either be a band 4 role or a band 5. It could even go higher than a band 5. This is higher than clinical support worker band. As a clinical support worker, healthcare assistant is usually a band 3 role, but this job role is a band 4, which is higher, which means more money for you in your account. Okay, so this is an example, a band 5 bed flow coordinator. This is the job summary, as we can see, and this job offer is closing on the 14th. This was just put out today, the 30th of November. So if you scroll up, you would see what the main duties are. It talks about the bed flow coordinator will support the effective and efficient use of inpatient beds, like I talked about. And then you would see all of the things that this person would do, talks about the organization, recruiting, and the job description itself. So if you have a look on the person's specification, there are not a lot of things that are required. It just talked about years of experience working in an admin role, ability to work in a busy environment, good communication skills, ability to manage own workload, all of these specifications as you can see. And what concerns us is the fact that there is certificate of sponsorship. Now, the NHS is the biggest employer in the UK, and if they're giving you a certificate of sponsorship, you know it is legit. You're not paying anybody for the certificate of sponsorship. You will not have those issues that people are having with certificate of sponsorship, which means that your visa will not be cancelled, your certificate of sponsorship will not be withdrawn, and you will not find yourself in a complicated situation. So this is something I would advise that you do. And this has certificate of sponsorship like I talked about. So if you have all of these requirements, I would encourage you to give it a shot and apply, okay? Another example we have here is called a bed coordinator role. This is one that you see it's written as bed coordinator. This role is a band 4 role, or like the first example we've just seen, that is the band 5, and the salary of the band 5 is 28,000 to 34,000, which is okay as an entry point salary. But this role is a band 4 role with a salary of 25,000, slightly above 25 to 27,000, slightly above 27,000. Now, this job role said the post holder will be responsible for facilitating the admission and discharge of emergency patients across all of the hospital. And that was what I talked about in the introductory part, where I talked about admissions and discharges and this bed coordinator being in charge of that. So if you have a look on what the main duties are, it also talked about a bit about the trust and the job description in details. Now let's go down to see what the person's specifications are. Now this one says that you need to have GCSE or equivalent in maths and English. That's WAEC and NECO. For someone who is a Nigerian, that's to show that you have this basic requirement. And also talk about experience of leading. Now this has specifications of both essential and desirable. Essential means it is very important. Desirable means it gives you an edge. It is an advantage if you have that. So one of the desirable skills is IT skills and experience as a bed manager. So if you do not have that experience before, it is not compulsory. If you do, it gives you an edge. It also talked about having clear communication, negotiation and influencing skills, and all of these other requirements as you can see. And what concerns us in this video is certificate of sponsorship. This job offers that as well. So if you are watching this video from abroad, Nigeria, Ghana, wherever you are watching the video from, you can apply for this job. I'm going to be leaving the links to this job in the description box so you can have a look yourself and apply if you are interested. Now, this is not only for people applying from abroad. Even if you are in the country and you are looking for a change in career, just something different from what you used to do before, this is something you can consider. So give it a go, and I'm sure that you would not regret your decision if it is something you are interested in. If you have gotten to this extent, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I am rooting for you, and I hope your dreams of migrating is achieved sooner than you expect. I hope you have smashed the subscribe button, you have liked it, you have shared to friends and family, and you have turned on your post notification bell. I want to say thank you so much to my returning subscribers. You guys are amazing. God bless you. And until the next time, you keep being amazing and have a good day.